A girl named Hana was sitting with her friend in a cafe and they were discussing about the university. It turns out that earlier Hana was bullied at the university and she could not stop studying in it, but now she retook them and the result was excellent. Her friend was proud of her and praised her because she didn't even copy it. She wrote it all herself. They said their goodbyes and decided to come visit Hana next time. But the girl had an unknown fear of going back there, and the reason for this was this. In the second years of university, the girl was shown on the news. She was the main topic of discussion in the city. She was praised every second because she is the youngest recipient to win the National Literary Award, one of the country's best literary awards. The professors were proud of her and showed their respects to such a smart girl. Hana was the pride of the university, you might say. The bad news was also for Hana. Everyone was jealous of her and did not understand how she passed because in the first year she did not stand out perfectly, and suddenly she receives a National Literary Award. Most people didn't like Hana because everyone envied her and wanted to be like her, but they couldn't do it. People said bad things about her, that she's bragging about it, showing off about it, etc. But in truth, this was not the case at all. The girl was one of the quiet ones. She would never allow herself to brag. Hana just kept quiet. The excellent student knew that all this would soon pass. A week later, she began to be ridiculed again, and suddenly the university decided to stop supporting her work. Hana was accused of stealing an idea from other people and thereby setting it up for herself to win the award. The girl resisted. She denied to the end and stood by her opinion. She really did not do this. Even the founder of the award did not make a final decision. But they didn't hear Hana. They just kicked her out saying that she was talking nonsense and all because there were too many rumors about her. The girl cried nights and days. She was very ill. She did not know what to do and how to get out of this web of disasters. And after so many years, she decided to return to the university. She was completely embarrassed to be there, but she had no other choice as she needed to build a future for herself. The girl, after a meeting with a friend in a cafe, goes home. She was embarrassed because the street lights were turned off. It looked strange. Hana had goosebumps because she was walking alone on a gloomy street, and suddenly she heard a loud sound. The girl was afraid and decided to go home faster so that no one would hurt her. She starts to run but suddenly falls on the asphalt, and there is a guy, she falls right on top of him. The guy is attractive, all pumped up, but he seems to have fainted. Hana starts to apologize for falling on him, but she is distracted by something else. Suddenly she sees that the guy is injured. It is clear from his face that he is ill. For some reason, he still has no clothes and he is naked. He starts shaking and Hana wants to help him and wakes him up. She pulls out her phone to call an ambulance and hears a loud, creepy, and scary voice behind her. It turns out to be a hideous monster similar to a demon. It has red eyes, huge, teeth like a wolf, large horns, and a long tongue. The demon asks her to leave the guy's body immediately as they have an important conversation. Hana is terrified. She doesn't know what to do. She's sweating and she's very worried. Suddenly, the guy abruptly gets up and the girl starts shouting that he saved her because there is a monster. The devil begins to laugh terribly at the guy. He says that soon he will be gone. Hana asks the guy to help already. The monster will kill them in a couple of seconds. The guy orders the girl to kiss him immediately. She says that she does not want to kiss a stranger. Hana wonders why she should kiss him, how it will help us at the moment. She didn't want it at all. The guy's look didn't let her be quiet, and Hana gently kissed the guy and hugged him. The guy got up and decided to end the demon. The devil decided to make fun of him as one kiss cannot get the energy to kill him, but the guy was quite strong. He took his hand and destroyed the monster to pieces. After that, abruptly fell to the floor. The guy spent too much energy on this demon. He can't get back on his feet because he was hungry for a long time. Hana asked him if he was okay, but he told her that she was in danger. The girl dragged him home because she was afraid that he was ill and suddenly he might die. After meeting him, Hana had a strange feeling. Her whole body throbs and she kisses the guy again. Then the guy opens his eyes and starts kissing her too. And they do business. The guy tells her this is all because of the fact that she contrasted with him. The guy offers to help her so that she does not suffer from what is burning. In return, he wants to become full of her body. It turns out that the body is the guy's food. He's an incubus. He's been devouring girls for the last 200 years after becoming a demon. But when he meets someone like Hana for the first time, it's like he loses his mind at the sight of her. The girl came to her senses. She is very much ashamed in front of the guy and wrapped herself in blankets. Hana asks the guy who he is. The guy answers her. I am a demon that lives by feeding on the human body. I am an incubus. He explains to Hana that she is in danger. What we encountered on the street is also a demon of some kind. 8-8, I was able to destroy it because you kissed me. And if other demons find out about you, it will be very bad for you. Hana is at a loss to understand what the guy is talking about. They were just together and now he's a demon. It turns out that Hannah is a sweet fruit for him, in other words, a special person. Compared to ordinary people, Hannah gives you more power, so make a contract with me if you want to bury your life, said the demon. She does not believe him at all. She does not want to sign any contract because it is too stupid. He warns her that the other demons are not like him, they will devour the girl. The only way for Hannah to stay alive is to submit to the guy. She chases him away and he flies away, opening his huge red wings. Hannah remembers that day, longs for it, but curses herself for thinking about it. Her dreams don't end there. It's been a week since those events, and today is finally the start of classes. Well, it's funny with this situation, this guy was a liar after all. Nothing happened to me and no one ate me, and those wings were probably a special suit. I'll just forget about this guy and get carried away in school, Hannah said. She went into the study room, but it was empty. He wonders in disbelief, and there's only one person in the room. Hannah sits down in a corner, and the boy sitting opposite her realizes that the girl has been restored to university since she was not with them for a long time. Because of the thoughts that were on her mind, she couldn't sleep last night, and she felt sleepy. Before the lesson was 20 minutes and she decided to take a nap. Not much. The guy looks at her and does not understand how you can sleep when there is so little left before the lesson. Hannah was sleeping soundly when a man came and sat down next to her. The professor came into the room. The lesson is already beginning. He started checking attendance and calling everyone's names, and then Hannah's name came up. She was woken up by the man next to her. She said in fright that she was in class. She just didn't hear the professor's voice. The teacher scolded her. It was necessary to answer immediately when called. The girl almost grabbed problems on the first day. She turned to thank the man, and suddenly Hannah saw the guy. She is in shock. She has a lot of questions. She starts asking where you came from here. The professor scolds her again for the loud noise she just made, and Hannah lowers her head in apology. In her thoughts, she has a lot of questions. Why is he here? How does the demon learn? What does he want from me? Etc. And the guy smiles as if hearing her thoughts. The bell rang after class, and the girl decided to leave quickly, not to be seen by anyone, but the voice she heard behind her stopped her. The devil asks, where are you going? We told everyone to be together. By the way, his name turns out to be Luxria. He said this to girls who are delighted with him and want to meet him. A guy named Lee Hyun came up behind her and decided to meet her. He had previously heard a lot about her and was surprised when he heard her name during the lecture. I had no idea that I would be studying with you, so I thought I would introduce you, everyone. Maybe someone doesn't know about a smart girl like you. You're a legend in our department, Lee Hyun said. But the girl refused. She did not want to cause inconvenience to someone. Hannah was going to class with the idea that she would be quiet and no one would notice. Suddenly, she saw a new cafe, just as she wanted to drink coffee, so she went there. The lady heard the phone ring. She was looking to figure out whose it was, and at that moment, some pumped-up guy turned to her and spilled juice on her clothes. Hannah apologizes to him. The lady didn't want this to happen and offers to help him, but the guy refuses, saying that he's fine. But your clothes are in bad condition, said the girl. The guy explained to her with a look that her situation is worse. She looked down at her sweatshirt and saw that she was all wet, her body visible through this t-shirt. Shy girl ran away, but the guy stopped her because he wanted to give her a new t-shirt. Hannah thanked him, then ran to class, which would keep her from being late for her class. That person was very kind, good manners and appearance, and his voice was also pleasant. Probably he is the head of the cafe. We will have to go there more often, said the lady. By the way, her mood improved many times since she met such a polite guy. The lady went to class. That demon again. Luxor reminded her again not to disappear from his sight, but she just walked past him without saying anything. In her mind, it was all a coincidence. Maybe the guy was just imaginary at all. Here is the next lesson. The girl comes in. Again, Luxury warns her. Hannah took her hands and approached him. She asked him if he was watching her, to which the man replied yes. The lady asked why. Suddenly, he started sniffing her, and Manaim immediately ran away from him, telling him that he was crazy. The next day, Hannah was all dressed up. She came back to the cafe and greeted the boss, then asked for a vanilla latte on the rocks. Not much earlier, the girl gave him a gift with sweets. The guy was happy and took it thanks to her. Hannah began to be in the cafe more often after this incident. She switched classes and went into the classroom where she saw Luxor again. Immediately, Hannah ran away from the classroom. Again, she went to the cafe with the hope that he would not come, and now the demon is already standing in front of her. Look, you follow me around every day warning me of danger, but so far nothing has happened. What's the reason you're doing this to me? Hannah said. Luxor answers her. That's because your pheromones haven't shown up yet, so I don't know when it will pass, and I have to take responsibility for you. A woman is sitting in a cafe and the boss brings her 2 drinks. One new because the guy is experimenting with tastes and asked Hannah to try a new drink made by him. She agreed to try it. She initially liked it, but then she said that the mint flavor is too weak. The man apologized to her. He will be corrected. Hannah was falling in love with him because he was so sweet and caring. Here is the pool of the university. The girl decides to swim because she has not been here for a long time. She signed up for this lesson because she was sure that the demon would not find her here. Suddenly, the guy reappears right in front of her, naked in his swimming trunks, all toned and slender. In her mind, Hannah thinks back to that dirty day when they were together, but immediately pushes the memory out of her mind. But it doesn't work out. It was the first time she had such an amazing experience in her life. Luxor walks up to her again and gives her a board to float on. And now the lesson is already over. She immediately ran to the locker room and accidentally slipped there, but the devil caught her by the waist. She blushed as his hands brushed her skin. Man, did you really wake up again? Listen now, it's really dangerous for you because your pheromones started to open up, the guy said. Suddenly, she ran away from him because she didn't want to repeat the same mistakes as that night. Hannah changed her clothes, looked everywhere for him, then quickly decided to leave, but it was too late. All this time, the demon was just watching her. But now Hannah's pheromone has been revealed and she's in danger, so she has to make a contract with him. But the girl was already tired of him. Trying to escape, he abruptly caught her hand, saying that he needed to restore his strength. The boss saw this situation and came to deal with Luxury. He shouted at him to let go of the girl's hand because it hurt, but the devil quickly pushed Hannah away, saying that this boss will kill you. The lady sharply shouted that she didn't want to hear all this, asked for help from the boss so that he would take her to a safe place, and they left. But suddenly he started grinning in Luxuria's face, and he needed to find a way out to help Hannah because he thought that the white-haired man had beaten her. The boss made her a coffee and they walked together. He is ready to protect her. At any time, the lady can come to the cafe when she wants to protect herself. Hannah thought in her head that the boss was a very good person, and it was unlikely that he would do her any harm. The guy hesitantly said to her, "Lady, look, I know this is not the time for this, but you have time on the weekend. We'd go see a movie." The girl agreed to such an unexpected offer. Then they went to a restaurant to eat because they were hungry. There were a lot of things on Hannah's mind. She thought this guy would be nice, wouldn't hurt her. It was the day they were supposed to go to the movies. Hannah was late for a date, and she started apologizing to him for the situation. But the man didn't react badly and reassured her that the movie hadn't started yet. The girl was late because she had another dream about this jerk. She didn't even want to see him, but he showed up every time wherever possible. The boss started paying compliments, but Hannah was shy, and they went to the movies together by the hand. The film went well and everything was fine for them. They were in the subway, talking to each other, talking about today. During their conversation, the girl's shoe broke. She told the guy that it was nothing, but he was serious and offered to go to his house to fix the shoe because the shops are now closed in the middle of the night. They came home. The shoe was not repaired in any way. Abruptly, they began to exchange glances among themselves and the boss kissed her. Then he suggested that she continue the case and she agreed. The guy turned out to be a devil too, and they started making love. Luxor suddenly enters the room and punches him in the face, shouting to Hannah to get ready quickly. Together, they escape from this apartment, and Luxury, having lost his energy, lies unconscious on the asphalt. Hannah decides to help him out by kissing him, and once again, they go about their business right outside. They're done, and the girl starts crying because she didn't believe him. That's all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. See you soon.